If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
Okay, let's start with the previous recaps. So we have covered the topic till now. It's overview of the SAP, yeah, and then the master or the organization structure in both ERP and the EWM. So is anyone has any doubts, query on the those topics? Okay, I consider that it is clear to everyone. Okay, so we will start with the today's topic. It's EWM Master Data. Yeah, and this is the disclaimer. You can see the agenda of the core today's session. It's master data. We'll cover the locations, master data, product master, business partner data, supply chain units, packaging materials and specification, packaging specification. Then with transportation routes, production supply area, initial stock upload, how we do in the EWM, and setting for the E- EWM after initial data setup. Then bill of materials. This is not that much required, but just we'll consider it. And then the data transfer between ECC and EWM. For this, we'll have the separate another session. So till here, we'll cover all these topics. So let's start with the location. Yep. So in the what's the location in EWM? Okay. So this is something. It's the area, the whatever the plants, shipping points, customer master and the vendor master. For that, all the whatever we creates in the in the ERP system. That for that in EWM we have to have the one location and the location type. Whenever it is coming to the EWM. So you can see this is the standard T code for to create the location. You can see TLOC 1, 2, and 3. So one is for create, change, and the display. Yeah, and you can see here in the location mapping between the ERP and how it is the location type in EWM for those. You can see for plant, when we create the location for plant, it should be something 110. This is the standard location types will be there for distribution center 1002, and for shipping point 1003. For customer, these customer vendor will be considered as a business partner in the EWM. Okay, it's not, it is this combination of the entities in the business partner. And again, if we have the customer as a vendor or vendor as a customer, so that all settings needs to be done in the location in the business partner level. That I will show you in the system how where that settings we do generally. So this is something for each master data entity or whichever is there in the ERP. When it is comes to the EWM, so we need to define the location type for those entities. Yeah. Then let's start with the production master data. So material master, whatever we creates in the ERP system, that we call it as a product master data in the EWM. Okay, so it is whatever we create there, it has to be transferred to the EWM. If you have the decentralized warehouse and the version is a 9.5, and uh, uh, then in that case there are different approach to transfer this master data from the ERP to EWM. And above the 9.5, if the versions are S4 system, and even if it is a decentralized, then there are the different approach to transfer the product master data from the EWM to from the ERP to the EWM system. So that we will see in further. Yeah, so you can see these are the properties will have same whatever the tabs in the EWM master will there for the in ERP, whatever the tabs are there for the material master, that those all tabs will be considered in the EWM, even in the EWM system. But the whatever the tabs you have in the ERP system, those tab will not be editable in the EWM system. It has to be something, if any changes needed in those tab, it has to be done changes in the ERP system itself. And then you will have some additional tabs available in the EWM system that we'll see going forward. Yeah, and you can see here we'll have some tabs: unit of measure, classifications, packaging data in the EWM system, sorry, in the ERP system. As I said, to see or to maintain the warehouse product, extend that material product master to the particular warehouse, this is the transaction code we can use. And by entering the product or whatever it is there in the SCM server, that to extend that to the way that particular warehouse number. Okay, we might have n number of warehouses available into that system, so we need to extend that all material which is relevant to that warehouse. Then through this T code we have to maintain it, we have to extend it, or there is a separate now stock product master upload transaction SAP has given, where you can upload the bulk of the materials to the that respective warehouse number. Yeah. So you can see the entry for warehouse number and party in title, and to dispose is a mandatory for both, as I shown you in the other day, custodian party in title to when we define the warehouse number. Yeah, and these are the some additional tab which SAP has come up with. This is the existing tab. This tab will be used again for the, if you have the WM managed warehouse in the ERP system itself, you will have this tab available there. Again, here also this tab is not in EWM also. It can be used same as for the to achieve, if you have the business requirement to achieve any one of these the functionality, so you can use the reuse the same tab in EWM also. Yeah, then you will have this warehouse data tab, which is in which we'll have the these are the indicators. Based on these indicators, we'll get to know where and how these products are in which sections or using which bin types. Uh, the this handling of this product should be done in the warehouse. Yeah, this is the most important settings in the master data, product master data level. We need to maintain if we need to handle the product in such a way that it should go into that particular location, into that particular storage section. Yeah. So these are the something if you need to have the physical inventory on the for the materials using the cycle counting means periodically you need to do the physical inventory for the materials into particular bins. So then these are the some indicators you need to maintain it. Then this put away control indicator is nothing but we'll have to uh, will have to maintain how the products will be put away into the warehouse. Yeah, how it should go, like it should go through the wire, doing the any internal activity into the products before it comes to the final bins. So if you need to do such activities, and that automatically system should show the next system should show the next perform activity automatically to the warehouse operator. In that case, these indicators are required. Yeah, and if you want to specifically send these products, whatever the product we are going to extend, if you mention the section, in that section only that particular product will go. Yeah, and in the section itself, if you want to even segregate in the detail level, that in the section, if the bins which has the particular bin types, in that bins only that product should go. So that much level of details depth SAP has provided, in which you wanted to store that products when it is come to the warehouse. Yeah, then you'll have the stock removal indicator. This is to perform your picking activity. Yeah, to remove the stock from the warehouse. uh, So it is outbound activity, we can say. To control that activity, this is the indicator is used. Now this is slotting. This is something internal to perform some internal activity, internal processes before it's come, before we uh, even it to internal activity before we put the products into final bin, or when you remove the products into the packing location. So if you need to do the slotting of those products properly, in that case there are some indicators which we need to maintain to perform the slotting for this product. Yeah, and in that case you need to maintain these settings to perform the slotting. Then this is the something storage type level view, and this is uh, you'll get to know in which storage type you wanted to send this product. Yeah, if you maintain the entry and entry here, then you'll that product will always go to the storage type, whatever storage type you are going to maintain. And even if you have that this filter option, the in how many maximum number of bins this product can be go inside the storage bin type. Yeah, this is storage bin type, and section will have this storage type level. This you'll have the one some more option to maintain the storage type, section bin type. I will show you in the system how these indicators are there. Yeah, and also we'll see some uh, practicals while doing the inbound process and outbound process, how these indicators are used. Yeah, it's clear to everyone. This is important, guys.
Yeah.
Yes, Rohit.
Thanks. Now there are some as I told you, warehouse independent product master and warehouse dependent product master tabs are available. There are some settings which can be used for the to handle the product in the such a way in EWM system. Yeah, and that should be irrespective of your warehouse. This will be adopted in EWM from the ERP system itself. Okay, these settings you can see the handle unit types, warehouse product group, warehouse staging storage conditions, warehouse handling indicators, serial number profiling, and quality inspection group. This hazardous related related settings. Then you'll have the catch and weight management level settings. If you need to handle the product in such a way that it will be controlled with the serial number profiles or quality, the products quality of this product has to be done. Now you'll have the module in the ERP, right? Quality management. Yeah, then if the product has to be done the quality inspection in the warehouse itself, then in that case the quality inspection will be start from the EWM. Once the product received in that storage location in the in the EWM, the quality again will be triggered, and it will the entries, quality inspections entries will again flow back to the quality management system. From there, you'll have the option to do the quality inspection in the QM as well as in EWM. Yeah. So if you have the such a requirements that quality has to be done in ERP system, then EWM system, as soon as it is received the data and we do the goods received of that particular products, in that case, EWM system will initiate the quality will trigger the send the request to the ERP system that stock is received. Now you can perform the quality. Yeah, and then they will start the performing the quality. Then from there, they will send the action to EWM system. EWM people will check as per their action the products are there in the warehouse or not. If it is not, the EWM will send the reject accept as per the following action, and the quality of that such a products also can be done. So that's the reason the quality and this everything hazardous related and handling of the and also the product has to be handled in such a way that it has to be put into the some box before it's put into the warehouse or in the storage location. In that case the hot should be the handle unit types and all that. Yeah, so this is something settings which is warehouse in data independent. As soon as you'll have the these settings available, these settings made, then it will be available in your SCM service server, so it can be used for your multiple warehouses if you have in the EWM system.
Rohit, the quick question,
Yeah,
just a basic question. So, what is a handling unit?
yeah, we'll go
Can
to
you give an
we'll
example?
yeah, we'll go there. We'll go there. I will take it that we have the further. Next topic
Okay.
is that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Then we'll have the warehouse dependent product master. Yeah. So in this, we again you can see the will this the setting which I shown you earlier to handle the products in that particular warehouse. So we need to extend that products to that warehouse, and in put away process or in stock removal process, how this product should be handled. So that settings we will do into the warehouse dependent product master level settings. Okay, so we'll have two kind of settings in the product master, where is warehouse independent and the warehouse dependent product master. Yeah, you can see these are the as I shown you, these are the warehouse data tabs, where it is the warehouse dependent. We will have the warehouse data in which you'll maintain the in which warehouse the products it's stored, and the number of fields, storage types like section, how determination of the process control, and that should be happened. The slotting you'll have the, if you have the rearrangement of the product has to be done, or slotting has to be done. These processes I will explain you in the process level, but to handle such a internal processes into the warehouse, we'll have this X section. And again, in the storage type level, as I explained you earlier, so this you'll maintain in which storage type this product has to be go. So at product level itself, we can maintain the such a settings that once as soon as this product received into EWM and extended to that particular warehouse, now I want to go this product in that particular storage type only. So we have that option available to, we need to maintain that option, that storage type at the product level, so that it will always go to the that storage type. Okay, so this is another master data will required in the SAP, that is the supply chain unit. Okay, so as soon as you create the warehouse number into the EWM, this is the mandatory, you have to create it first. Like what would be the physical location of that warehouse. Yeah, you will have to maintain this country, region, or time zone. Based on that, system will determine the your current and dates and the time zones into that particular warehouse. So as soon as the documents gets created and that all, right? So this is the, based on this entity, all your region times, time zones, and that all system will automatically determine for the warehouse, and documents also will be created as per the time zone, whatever the country region you are going to maintain. So all the documents creation and the date profiles and time profiles will be updated based on these settings into the, for all the documents which is getting created for that warehouse in EWM. Yeah. So supply chain unit has to be maintained. Okay, so let's see what is this handle unit. Yeah, now, okay, so you consider this is something our warehouse, and something you'll have the product. You can say the product. It's something. It is a retail product. It is just bulk of the shirts. It is the products if you have the right. You can see this is the some shirt quantities, and these all the shirts will come into some box, right? It will not come loose to the into the truck. It cannot put into the loose, right? It has to be packed into some box, right? Then you'll have the some box, like inside this box you can put only 3 shirts. So similarly you'll have multiple boxes into the to put those shirts. Then again, this is the smallest entity, okay, so smallest box, but you need to move this stock into the bigger box to put that into the truck. Okay, this is small box you cannot put into the trucks directly. Yeah, then you'll have something bigger one box. Okay, so these boxes or whatever the wrappers you are going to put the product your products into that particular box. Okay, so for this you can see this is your unit of measure for this is the PC. Okay, particular this 1 2 3 is the base unit of the your product is the PC. Okay, but now you have put those product into this box. Okay, this is something cartons. Okay, this is you consider the you put this all the three shirts into the one carton. Yeah, this is carton. Then this carton you are going to put into the one bigger pallet. This is the pallet. Okay, so in EWM will maintain this settings for those products. Okay, in which are the level of packing or in which are the level of units this product can be go into the warehouse or into the your storage location also in ERP. Yeah, so here now your base unit your order will be customer will trigger your order something into the pieces. I want this much pieces, but your business in such a case that if you received the order of the something three products, then your automatically systems will trigger that for these three pieces you have to have the one carton. For that one carton you'll pack those product into the one carton, and if you have the multiple more than three pieces or something in this pallet, suppose this is the box, in this we can put only two cartons. If you get the order more than this one, you will put those cartons into the one bigger box. Yeah, so what is these boxes, what is this all in EWM to handle this these boxes and to handle all the to track these boxes in EWM. Okay, you will have this base product into these boxes, but the tracking of the products based on your packing of this boxes, you'll have the one unique number SAP has come up with, that is handling unique number. Okay, this you'll have the bigger box handling unit number one, another handling unit number, then smaller box carton you will have the another handling unit number. So you'll have the one unique handling no, handling unit number to that particular unit which is going to be used to store into the your warehouse. Yeah, it is not something like you'll just store free three shirts into the warehouse. You'll put into box cartons, then all the number of cartons will you'll put into bigger pallet, and that pallet you are going to store into the warehouse. So to handle that and to track those pallets, so SAP has come up with the handle unit number. Okay, so here you can see you can have n number of highest handle unit number and you can have n number of sub handle unit number to that one. Yeah, depends on your config how many you wanted to store put how many pallets you wanted to put into the one sorry how many cartons you want to put into the one pallet. So based on your settings and packaging specification data and that all, you will define the such a requirements. But SAP consider that everything is a handling unit number to track it uniquely. So in this pallet what are the handling units are there. Okay, so you'll have the one system handling unit number for this, you'll have handling unit number another to this to. So in EWM system you can track exactly your stock where it is lying and how much it is lying into that particular storage bin. Yeah, so to handle that all, this is SAP has come up with the handling unit number. Okay, and based on this handling unit number only, the you'll have the label attached on these boxes. you'll have the label attached on these boxes. So whenever you need to put the stock into the that particular final bin based on your RF devices and that all, the warehouse clerk will just scan that pallet number and is to consider that yes, this pallet is received. After performing such activity, just complete the activity by scanning it. No need to maintain everything manually into the system, because you cannot maintain it, right? If you have the complex warehouses and you cannot take the desktop or laptop with your hand and do the manual entries. So for that, RF devices is used, and based on the label which is going to printed and attached on those pallets or cartons, that will just scan it, and by scanning it you'll get to know. My system will propose, scan this product number, sorry, scan this handle unit number, scan that handle unit number, based on our settings whatever you are going to configure. Yeah. So to handle that, SAP has come up with the handle unit number concept. Hope it's clear. Any doubts, any query?
No, Rohit, I'm good for now.
Yeah. Okay, so how the handle units will be created? Okay, now you can see there are the prerequisites before you create the handle unit number. Something is the handling unit number, something is should have the packaging material, right? Packaging material type, and what could be the packaging material in which you need to handle that the products. Yeah, SAP has come up with the standard packaging material type as a VERP, that is the standard material type which always used by the SAP to handle the packaging materials, something boxes, cartons. So these are all will be the your packaging material, but packaging material type all for these all materials will be the VERP. Yeah. So this is something is the internal products which we are going to consume into the warehouse. Yeah, to put the products actual materials into the proper manner. Okay, so you can see this is a something handle unit number ranges we have to maintain, and you can see this handle unit number can be created in ERP as well as in EWM based on our client's requirements. You might get something, suppose you are getting the stock data from the external supplier, okay, and they will send you the such a boxes, or they will send you the products into the boxes where you will have already have the handling unit numbers there available. So in ERP system itself, you'll create those handling unit numbers and just transfer same the handling unit number into the EWM. So we can use as it is. You'll have the based on the requirement. It can be used ERP based handling unit number, or you can create the once as soon as you get the loose stock in EWM and you wanted to do the packing for in the warehouse, before to put stock into the final bin. So using the internal number range, also you will create the handling unit number and attach the label of that handling unit number onto the boxes and put the final into the your final bin. Yeah, you can see here HUs can be created in WM automatically, and to create all these handling unit numbers you need to have the packaging material, or for those packaging material you will maintain the packaging specifications in AWM. Based on each will in this will have the how much quantity of the how much quantity can be put into that particular box in the carton or into the pallet. Yeah, so you can see here these are the different points where you can create your handling unit into the EWM system or into the ERP system.
Rohit,
Okay.
one question. This
Yeah.
handling unit number we can place on carton as well, right? Or it
Any
is only for
any
pallet.
anything, any boxes. Okay. Any alternate unit of measure which you are going to use into the your warehouse. Let it be your pail, carton, drums, or you teach. Let it be your what we say, totes or anything. So for every apart from your base unit, any alternate unit if you are going to use for that product, that will be considered as a handling unit number into the EW. Okay, SAP will create that. We have to create the handling unit number to handle the products. So, but it will have the different number for to handle it, right? You can put the number of cartons into the one bigger pallet. So
Thank
that
thank
will
you.
have. Yeah. Okay. So this is the packaging specifications. As I told you now, if we need to handle the product in such a way that if you get the data products into the some base unit, something pieces or the kilograms or in the inch, each one in the those product cannot be put loose into the storage bins directly. You need to put into the some proper manner, or you, in that case what you will do, you'll create the one pallet, wooden pallet or paper box, or you can have the plastic totes or some bucket, sorry, plastic container, anything into the warehouse where you need to put those uh, product into that particular respective handling unit number, and then you'll put that into the your final bin. To have that, okay, to have that you need to have the packaging specification data available into the EWM system. Yeah. So here you can see in the header data, in the packaging specification header data, you'll see the what would be the status of that packaging specification document, yeah, for which is created for the product, and what if, the who has created this packaging specification. So these details will have into the header level. Then in the content, you'll have the which product has to be packed into that packaging specification. Yeah, then you can see in the content which product has to be packed in with how many quantity, okay, in which how many quantity will be created, how many quantity of those products can be packed into that particular packaging specific, into that packaging product material. Yeah, then you'll have the level, in how many level you'll have to do the packaging. Like you can see now I got the 10 pieces of the shirts. We will have to pack those 10 pieces into the in one carton. We can put in only three shirts. Now you'll have to create the three cartons. Then for all these three cartons you need to have also create the two pallets, because in one pallet we can put only two cartons, right? So leveling of the in how much depth level you need to do the packaging of the products. You will have the some smallest box, then bigger carton, then higher pallets. So you'll have uh, three level of the packaging for that product. So this you can consider in which how many levels of packaging you have to do, and then in which level which packaging material has to be used. Okay, in first level some boxes has to be used, in like a in one carton four boxes can be put, right? Then in one pallet you can see something only two cartons can be put. So that much level of depth in this packaging level while you are creating packaging specification to that product, you can maintain those particular uh, packaging details, and how much quantity it should be done. That all level of details you can maintain it here. Okay, even you can also give the instruction. Okay, by while in which level what kind of work step has to be done. So that context level of instruction also can be provided into the packaging level while doing the packaging of the materials. You can have n number of levels and n number of elements which you are going to do the uh, which you are going to pack those materials, those product into that particular packaging material. Hope it's clear. This is based on this only your handling unit number will be created. This is the mandatory. It needs to have these packaging specifications, then only your handling unit number can be created. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see here as in the header level, So who has created and what is the status of the particular person for the packaging specification. Then content level, we can see the which product has to be packed, and the another packaging specification details like how much quantity of those product can be packed, okay, into that particular. Then level, you'll have the instruction of the what you need to do the packing of the previous level. You'll have the number of levels, so this instruction and the how much what are the in the current level, how many quantities of that particular will be consumed to pack that product into that particular level. Yeah. In you can have the element groups. This in this element group, you'll have the something uh, uh, the one or more what we say that similar related packing. If you are going to do it, in that case element groups will be created, but this is optional one. And inside the one element groups you can have the multiple elements where we'll do the we'll mention what has to be packed and what should be how in which manner it has to be packed. On that we will give the instruction into the elements. Yeah. Okay, then you can see this can be like packaging should be something maintenance. It should be we can do it into the pack centrally or distribute to the uh, different system from QRFCs if, in SPM or in EWM or in SCN system. So this can be send it, or we can also get the packaging instructions from the ERP system. So if we have the such a scenarios, in that case also, the automatically as soon based on the your packaging specification, the uh, you are handling it as I told you, it can be created in the any other system also. And the same handling it number we need to use into same uh, packaging details we need to use into EWM system. In that case, we'll just maintain such a setting or such a packaging materials in the into EWM system, and we'll reuse same as it is whatever it is getting from the your internal external system. Okay, now to create all this packaging specification, okay, when it should be triggered or when it should be created. For that, we need to maintain the condition records to determine the packaging specification in the EWM for the processes. Like you can see automatic HU creation. As soon as it's come to the EWM delivery in the EWM inbound delivery, as soon as it is created, or advanced shipping notification as soon as it's created in EWM system, based on your packaging conditions and packaging maintenance, whatever you maintain for the products, it should create the handling unit number automatically. Yeah, so we will have to maintain the condition records to determine in the such a manner, such a way. Like if you have the palletization data to do the your internal processes, like to put away warehouse task or to create it, uh, because the your base unit of measure here will be the pieces, but in the warehouse you are putting that product into the pallet. So in warehouse, the which is the unit of measure will be used to handle those product, it will be the pallet unit of measure, but base it is the pieces. So we EWM will use that uh, will EWM in EWM, it will be created the warehouse task for that pallet, not for the pieces. Yeah. So even for the slotting of those products will be done. Everything will be done based on your that palette only, or based on your alternate user of minute which you are going to use to handle those products into the warehouse. Same similar to the removal of the warehouse task, removal of those products from the warehouse. You can see here how the packaging materials determinations happens when your warehouse order is created into the EWM system process, how the when we are going to have the outbound processes as soon as you pick your pallet. In that case, After picking the pallet, you need to do some repacking, and that all case in that case also the packaging materials and the it will be determined based on your condition records which you are going to maintain. Then even for the deconsolidation and consolidation, as I was saying, telling you something, you might get the very bigger pallet via from the in the truck from the another supplier. They will get the very bigger pallet, but in your warehouse you are storing those product into the cartons, right? So you have to break that bigger pallet, wooden pallet, whatever it is there, and then take out the cartons from that pallet. In that case, what you will do, deconsolidation process, because the for that pallet you'll have the one handle unit number available into the EWM system, but put those you cannot put handle unit number directly into the your final storage bin. Yeah, because in the final storage bin you have to put the cartons, not the pallet. Are you getting it? Because in that such a case you have to break that pallet, take out the cartons and put that cartons into the final bin. To handle such a scenario, it is called a deconsolidation. Yeah. Or also you might get the something into the cartons from the external supplier, but in your warehouse you have to store that cartons. You cannot store the cartons, you have to put that into the pallets. In that case, what you'll do, you'll put multiple cartons under into inside the one HU. Yeah. Or you'll that is called the consolidation, and deconsolidation is nothing but taking out the HUs from the higher HU. These are the some you can go through these configurations given. I will show you into system how it is there. Then you can see once you have created the packaging specification right in the system, and you must activate it before you use into the your EWM system. Okay, so without if you're not activated that, it will not allow you to create it. And also the in case of the automatic packing in the inbound delivery, good in the goods receipt processing, this packaging specification can be determined. Also, while creating the warehouse order, this packaging material will be determined. And what are the different processes in EWM where your packaging specification will be determined, or where you'll use this one. Yeah. Wherever you need to do the packing, repacking, or labeling anything, in that case, this is the most important entity or prerequisite master data which has to be used in EWM system. Yeah, to do all that packing, repacking things. It will be used in inbound area, inbound process, outbound process, even your internal processes. Everywhere this is will be used. Now you can see in the warehouses you might have the something packaging specification has to be suppose you are doing implementation, and that already they are handling of the packaging is the done in the different system. In that case, you'll get the you need to create the number of packaging specification to that particular number of products. Okay, whichever the products which need to be handled into the packaging or into the handling units, those for those products we need to create the packaging specification. That's the mandatory. Yeah, or to let it be your 8 lakh products or let it be your one product. For all those products you will create the packaging specifications. So if you need to do, if you have the multiple products, so in that SAP given this standard transaction code using which you can do the your initial stock transfer of the packaging into the system, yeah, for the multiple products. Okay, so anyone has any doubts over here? Let me show you the practically these two products how the EWM system will have. I will just show you product master and packaging specification how it is maintained. Yeah. Then we'll go for the next.
Rohit,
Yeah.
that's one question. So as you're saying, for the carton and the boxes, for the each have the handling unit. If you are putting combined of the boxes into the one pallet,
Hmm.
that pallet have also handling unit.
Yes. Everything, whatever the boxes you are going to have, you will have the handle unit number. But that in that pallet, in one handle unit number, you will have the two sub handle unit number. Yeah, hierarchy will be there because you have for boxes also you'll have the handle unit number, and for the pallet also you'll have the handle unit number. You'll have the unique handle unit number for each.
Okay, but
Yeah.
pallet in the pallet, my cottons will always be moved, right?
Yeah.
So how this handling unit number will be? They will maintain.
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
So I'm putting my all cottons into the one pallet.
Hmm.
Okay, it
Hmm.
will not be like always be. I always be put into the there only, right? I might be changed. So how
Then you're
they are going to the business will be going to handle this the pallet in the handling unit levels?
in the warehouse, you mean to say, right?
Yes,
Because
correct.
if you are going to change the pallet, then your handling unit number also will be changed. You'll have the one unique handling number for that one, right? The tracking, the system will the product you can track the your products stock into the product level. How many pieces are available into my system in the warehouse? Okay, you can also track in the which are the pallets these products are lying in. Also you'll have the in which are the cartons these products are lying. Okay,
Okay.
so if you are need to see the visibility of the stock, its system will show into pieces level, boxes level, and also your pallet level. But it is depends on the warehouse, how in which manner warehouse managing that stock, right? If it something maybe your bins are something in which you'll always put the pallet into those bins. You'll not put the boxes or you'll not put the loose products into the bins. Then what system will propose while removing it? System will say, boss, this is the pallet available in this bin, and inside this pallet these are the boxes available, and inside these boxes these are the products available. But to remove that boxes from the pallet, this what system will propose, take out the whole pallet. Don't, you cannot just say do something uh,
Mm.
break the pallet in the bin level itself, and then take out the whatever the pieces required from that
So
boxes and everything. It will system
mm,
will say, so remove the whole pallet.
okay, okay,
The whole pallet will come to the your packaging area. Okay, rework
okay.
area or work center area. There, what user will do, it will break that pallet. That means
Okay.
it will take out the boxes from that each
Okay. If you
100
want to
number.
separate for
Uh,
the cotton and pallet, then first we need to remove the from the pallet from the cotton first.
yes, yes.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So for to hand to do this activity, you'll have again rework center, work center area, and this whole activity also will be tracked into the EWM. Yes, this he has break this pallet. This is the handling unit number. So this is a warehouse order. This is a warehouse task. What he has performed. So every activity, whatever you are going to do, that will be take out from the bins. They will have the rework area in the warehouse. There you will do the all whatever the required things you need to do, and then suppose you need to take something four boxes, sorry, only two boxes from that pallet. Yeah, then you will take out only two boxes, and in inbound delivery, or sorry, in outbound delivery, warehouse task will be created only for that boxes, not for the pallet. Yeah? So and you'll put that remaining pallet again back to the your bin. So for that also there are the different processes. Yeah.
So you mean to say whenever we are separating from the pallet any cartons, so each time one task will be generated.
You do any simple activity into the warehouse. Okay, if your user or manager or supervisor they want to track that activity, they
Oh,
will have the warehouse task created. Even moving the stock from one bin to another bin, for that also will have the warehouse task created if they want. Yeah, the it, anything you do into the warehouse, you can track anything by warehouse task level. Yeah, so that functionality SAP has provided to track in the very much detail level what are the things and which where you are going to do, by whom that it is done. So everything visibility KPIs you'll have there. Yeah. Suppose you have very big complex warehouses. In that case, you have to maintain such a way that who is doing what and where. So in that case, you'll have to do it. Yeah.
So, Rohit, I have a question related to the numbering, right? for
Mm-hmm. Mm.
for the packaging materials, right? For
Yeah.
box, cartons, and pallets.
Mm.
So we will be maintaining a separate number range for each, or
Gen-
what is the best
No,
practice?
you, generally no. Okay,
Okay.
it can be the same. You can have the one. You'll unlimited number length will be 20. Yeah, you
Okay.
can have the XYZ, A, or anything number. You can create with any
Mm-hmm.
number, external number range or internal number range.
Okay.
So generally, what SAP says, you can have the same number range, but in that case packaging when in it is showing you into the unit of measure of that handle unit number, that's the your differentiator. Yeah, you'll have the unit of measure for that handle unit number inside handle unit number, what kind of product it's stored in inside that. So you can have the same handle unit number, it's not a problem.
No, no, no.
Generally
Sorry,
will
I
s
didn't get you.
generally SAP follows this. It's
Okay,
not
but
uh,
from the handling unit number, how will I differentiate whether it is a pallet or a box or a carton?
that you'll have the handle unit type for that. HU type,
Okay.
as I shown you, handle unit type
Mm-hmm.
number will be there. Based on
Okay.
that, the when you are creating packaging specification, right, and the boxes level,
Mm-hmm.
in that case,
Mm-hmm.
you will have the each level, you will have the handle unit type. Then for the pallet, you will have the different handle unit number type. And then for boxes, you will have the different handle unit number type.
Okay.
Yeah. So that based on that, it will be differentiated. HU type we say that. Yeah, and that HU type will be maintained at your storage bin type level itself, and which kind of HU can be stored into that storage bin. So that to handle that level of the detail in the because in warehouse something it can be stored into in the boxes. If user try to put the pallet there, it will not allowed. That's
Okay.
to handle such a kind of level settings. So
Mm-hmm.
HU type is the main important entity which we need to maintain while differentiating the pallets or differentiating the handle unit number.
Okay.
Rohit,
Yeah.
yeah, right. So all this movement, task, and all, it will always happen in RF devices. Is it like when they move, say, a handling unit from one location in the warehouse to a different? So it will be a task, right? So everything will be done via an RF gun, or they do scanning, and how it happens in real time generally.
Generally, see, it's nothing like something if you have the simple warehouses, right? And suppose if you have the your uh, it's not like always it should have the RF guns. Okay, it you can do the in the GUI system also in the desktop system, like something you have the unloading processes, right? Suppose you get the stock available truck, in that truck you have the n number of materials available, so you just unload it and that's it. And once you done the unloading of all that, it is simple see, yes, unloading is done, and in system in one bulk you can just complete your unloading activity. But
Okay.
even if you want to track that what are the products and what are the boxes you have unloaded, and for that warehouse task has to be created, that process also is available for. So to do that much level of detailing tracking of the movements of that particular products, then in that case RF device also will be used. Yeah,
Okay.
you'll have the both option, RF device as well as GUI desktop. In both way you can do the your any goods movement activity. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But generally, warehouses, if it is a complex warehouses and all that, SAP recommend is use the handheld devices, so it will be used there.
Okay.
Okay, let me show you this into the system. Okay. So in EWM, most of the transactions, whatever the transactions we have, will start with the in command bar. Also, you have to enter the slash n always. Okay, or if slash o or slash n, then slash scwm slash mat1. So this is the nomenclature SAP has used to handle all the EWM transaction codes. Now, as I have the embedded version available, so in the same version itself, well, I will have to use the MM02, 3, and also to extend those product to the particular, will use the same. Not what we will do. We will just create one more product by copying this one. Was the type. Now you can see here. This is the, as I told you, right? You will have the pieces. This is your base unit of measure everywhere, pieces. In this, you'll have the alternate unit of measure. It is carton. Then that means in the one carton, you can put the 10 pieces. And in one pallet, you can put the 360 pieces. That means you will have, this is the something alternate unit of measures will be used to handle this product into the storage location or into the storage warehouse. Yeah. If this is different screen, huh? Where will you find the material type? Any idea, guys?
It says norm, right? Standard material. Yeah, general item, standard item, norm.
Hmm.
So material type, you can find it in,
Standard somewhere it will be, right?
yeah,
You can use MAT.
Sorry.
It will MAT you can use. There is a drop down MAT, that is the most MAT.
Uh, hmm. Okay. You can see these are the some warehouse related tabs SAP has provided. This is to handle your WM managed. If you have the WM packaging, WM executions, if you have the WM, what we say that system module available, in that case, this is the tabs will be used. Yeah, and same will be come to the EWM system. except these accounting related things and that all. Yeah, it will not come. Even in the quality management level, if you have the that inspection setups and that all has to be done, here you will do the your quality related settings.
Hey, just one question,
Yeah, yeah.
Yogesh. If my existing client is using WM, but they want to move to the EWM, the
Hmm.
latest version, so is there possible directly whatever is in WM, all the process and everything, we can move directly to the EWM?
Yes, SAP has given the some migration tools to do achieve that one. Yeah,
And
that is possible.
there is a condition, whatever their handling units and warehouse numbers they want to use,
Hmm.
already existing one also, it will go move into the my EWM system. Is it possible that also?
Yes, yes, that everything you whatever the WM systems data and the numbering and that all, if you want to use as it is, that see basically you have to maintain it first in the EWM system, that number ranging and that all. But yes, that migration tools SAP has provided, the whatever the stocks you have into the WM system, that all can be migrated into the EWM system. Yeah. Eh, clear or?
Yeah, clear.
ACB has come up with the given the very simple tool. Actually, it is not that complex. Yeah, that nowadays you can see in the most of the cases they you'll get the something already WM system is available now, but their warehouse processes are becoming some complex. Then they are moving back to the uh, EWM system. Yeah, because and also I think from 2025 they will not support to the WM system. They will either the people has to use the stock room management or they have to use the EWM system. The WM will not be there. WM will be replaced by stock room or it can be used for the they can use the EWM system, either of that. So that's the reason you might see in the most of the projects are upgrading from the WM to the EWM.
Thank you.
Okay, now you can see base unit of this one as I shown you here. So what we will do, uh, I don't think so. The doc master data is maintained for that or not. Okay, sorry. SAP APO. SAM APO. Net key. Okay. As soon as you created the your product master, it will be available into the SCM server. Okay, and there for to see that one, you will have SCM something T code is there. SCM APO mat. Now, suppose you can see warehouse data not maintained for the product. Okay, because it is just created and this product is not yet extended to this warehouse. Then what we need to do, as soon as it is created, we have to click on the create. Now if you see all the tabs which were relevant for the EWM, it's came to the EWM here. This is non-editable. What your unit of measure for that? Packaging data, if you have any packaging materials and anything if you want to maintain. Then storage. From here, warehouse data. You can see down these are the editable. Okay. And then you'll have the slotting, you'll have the storage type data. As I shown you, if you want to maintain the storage, this product should be go into that particular product, sorry, storage type. Suppose I want to send that always it should go to the this storage type. I just will adopt it, and you'll always see this product will go to the that particular storage type. Then slotting, the settings are there something, this internal will not see much, but if you need to do some internal processing, so you'll have to maintain these settings. Then you will see here, this is the most important settings. In product level you'll need to maintain it. Okay, process type, determination indicator. So based on this you'll get to know uh, in which manner this product should be go. Yeah, suppose something for this product you need to do the quality inspection and that all. Based on this indicator you'll define the all the your further processes. You can see here inbound with unload and put away, inbound with put away, right? So what is this indicator has maintained, you'll this indicator has maintained unloading process as well as put away process. So based on this indicator system will direct uh, this product should go through these processes. It can be your unloading, it can be your deconsolidation, or it can be your quality inspection. Once the quality inspection is done, it can be your value added services. You need to do something labeling and that all, putting some uh, kitting, that any process, any other process, you will maintain it in this indicator. Yeah, so for this indicator there are different settings are required, that I will show you once we see the process oriented control POC and LOC settings in the coming sessions. We'll see that. So based on this indicator it will say in where, in which level it has to be go. Yeah, then
So, so Rohit, from that setting, right, does it mean that any material, uh,
hmm,
like what I receive and on the inbound,
hmm,
would have a different material number, and what I send on the outbound will have a different material number?
no, material number will be same. Only thing
Mhm.
is that will it can be your box, you can use the alternate unit of measure. Yeah,
Mm.
suppose to sell the customer, you might have
Mm.
something, it should be sell into the pieces, right?
Mm.
The
Mm.
billing will be done into the pieces, but here in warehouse where you are storing that product, into the pallet,
Mm.
right? But product will not be changed, product will be same. It will not change your product number.
Okay.
Based on this settings and this all, to how the product should go into the, through which are the processes in EWM once it is received into the warehouse. So to handle that processes, this is the indicator we need to maintain for that particular product, through which are the processes this product has to be go, and then do the final put away of that product. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, then you can have this preferred unit of measure. Yeah, the which unit of measure, in which this unit of measure will be maintained, in which unit of measure this product has to be handled into the EWM. Okay, so you'll maintain that. You'll see the stock always into that unit of measure, and also the warehouse task which is going to be created will be use that unit of measure. So using this unit of measure, the all the tracking of the goods into the warehouse will be done through this unit of measure only, if you maintain preferred unit of measure. Yeah, base unit of measure is piece, but preferred unit of measure you can maintain carton, pallet, anything, whichever you want. And then warehouse task, stock visibility, everything will be shown into the carton into EWM system. Yeah, so that's the purpose of this field. Now you have something called quantity classification. What is this quantity classification? What it does, suppose you will have the storage, have two kind of storages in the warehouse. Something full pallet has to be stored into the one storage type, and the parcel pallets, something the pallets which does not have the full quantity has to be stored into another warehouse, the storage type. To handle such a scenario, this quantity classification will be used. Okay, to handle the parcel pallet into another one storage type and handle the full quantity into the full pallet into the another storage type, to differentiate same the product but different stock, and it will be the different unit of measure, sorry, full pallet quantity or the partial pallet quantity. For that, this quantity classification will be used. You can see here partial quantity, carton quantity, pallet quantity, carton quantity. So how you wanted to use it. If you have any inspection related settings to be done, so you can have the inspection group level I've assigned here. In that inspection group only this product has to be done, the inspection, quality inspection. Now you can see here put away control. This is the put away control indicator. Okay, based on this indicator system will determine in which storage type it has to be go. Okay, so each storage type there will be some put away control indicator created in the EWM system, and for those product if you want to send this product into that particular storage type, then you can maintain that put away control indicator here. Yeah, you can also have the two storage type into the one put away control indicator as well. Yeah, so for to hand put to control the put away of the products can be done here. Yeah, and also if you wanted to send, if you wanted to store the this product only in that particular storage bin type or only into that particular storage section of the storage type, that also we can maintain it here to do the put away of the product. Then you'll have the stock removal controller. Similarly, the putting the stock into the bin, you'll have this indicator. And similarly, to remove the stock from the bin, so you'll have this indicator. Yeah. So this is that indicator will be used to remove the stock from that bin. These are the some additional settings SAP has provided, two-step picking and that all. That no need to worry on this. This is complex one. Yeah. So this is what overall three tabs we need to see. You might get the sometime errors. Okay, saying that yeah, I thought means requirement is to send this product has to be go to the quality inspection, but it is not going. What could be the issue? So you need to see whether the put away type process type determination indicator is used properly for that product, or put away control indicator is maintained for that product. You might have the error that it is should be go to the some particular storage bin type, but it is not going. So these are the settings at the product level. You have to check it first, and then if the settings at this level is are all are fine, then you can see the next further what we say investigation. Yeah, and if you don't maintain it here, that means this product can be stored anywhere manually. System will not propose you anything. Manually, you can store it anywhere. This is the your product now. Anything on this product, guys? So on this,
Not from my end, right?
yeah. Now let's see the how where we maintain the pack spec. Yeah. This is the transaction code SAP has provided. Okay. expect. If you just I up for it, you can see these are the packaging specification number and the status of that one, the status of the packaging specification, and then you can see what is the product it is used to be packed, who has, and what is the level of that. Now if you just will, what we will do, we will just manually click on the create, I click on the detail. Packaging specification group, I just use this SAP. If you have kit and the kittings and that, or was or anything for all the different processes, then in that case we'll use the different option. Yeah, and now you can see here this packaging specification is created. I will just enter here to pack spec for material. Yeah, then we'll see what is the condition type. Yeah, again you see the whatever the in ECC we use, right, condition types and that. So here, where is the condition type? Palette, or you can also, when this packaging should be triggered, as I told you, right, outbound delivery level, pallet data, production supplier. So in whichever level you will create this, that condition type you have to maintain it. Okay, so now let me see, for suppose for this one production supply, this area, this at that level this has to be triggered, so they have used production supply. But I will say now, for a inbound delivery level it has to be created, just maintain that. What is the table, condition table we should be, I will use this. Then what is the supply chain unit for that? This is the supply chain unit number. What should be the product in which I have to pack? Okay, so this is the determination criteria for this condition type for this supply chain unit. Then this for the this condition table, this packaging has to be determined. For this one, we will maintain the condition records. Okay, so that I will show you where we'll maintain it. Then what should be the content? Sorry, this were the content. Then what should be the which product? 2291, and how much quantity it has to be packed. Okay, so this product has the one quantity, and maintain the level here, target quantity, how many it should be. Like I will say 10 quantity. HU creation, you tick mark this one, you must have this. On what should be the packaging material? Let's see if we have anything. Yeah, we have something. Let's try to use this. You can see here handling unit type. Okay, if you have to pack this in one level, this is the one. You can maintain some different level also. Yeah, you can create the levels, you can add level on content, you can do it here. So each level will have the different handling unit type. Once it is created, you need to activate that. You can see here the status now become the green. Now this packaging specification is used, and will be HU will be created based on your this quantity, whatever your target quantity you are going to maintain. If you get the this quantity, you will have get the one pallet will be created. Yeah, for this 10 quantity. This is how the packaging specification and the will be used. If you have the more detailed level, suppose in the one 10 pieces should be for the carton, and then again for the 100 carton into the one pallet. So the different level of you can just maintain it here. Yeah. And somewhere here you will have the work step also. How it should be managed and how it should be packed. Okay. Now if you go here, uh, SAP access. This is the condition maintenance T code where you will maintain your. You can see this condition which I had maintained, it came here. From here also you can maintain, or where we maintain it already. So this is condition record. Based on this, it will determine. Yeah. So you'll have the requirement to read the packaging specification of that HOs, and also create the handle unit number based on the packaging specification data, right? To do that, all technical things, so the classes and methods that I will share with you guys in the later sessions. Technically, how the it is built up in behind this. What is the manager class SAP has used to build up all these things? Okay, so you'll get to know that one, how the technical it is built up by SAP. So these are the two most important master data in SAP. So in EWM will be used. Okay. So any doubts on these two topics? Then let's take the next one. Yeah. Yes, in anyone was asking?
No, Rohit.
Yeah. Okay. This transportation routes. Okay. This is something not. It's mandatory. It's not mandatory. But in the case of the delivery has to be come through some transport routes, and then in that case, the routes will be defined into the your staging area level itself, and from where the determination of the transportation route through which the transportation units sorry tube will be go. So in that case we will use this transportation unit transportation routes. Yeah, this is not that much used in more I because till now I have not used this transportation routes into the any the solution which I have worked. Then this is the production supply area. Yeah, this is the area where suppose from where the your raw materials will be bring into the area, from where the consumption of the your raw materials will be done to complete your finished good. Okay, this is will be mainly used in the production plant, where you will consume your raw materials using which you will prepare your finished good. So in that case we will use this PSA, yeah, production supply area. So if you have the where raw material managed warehouse, in that case, this will be used. Okay, and this can be created in the from ERP, or also so it can be directly created in AWM. So this is how this production supply area will be created, and based on this area only your work orders and that all will be created to consume the all your raw materials, and the tracking of the consumption of your raw materials into the EWM system will be done through this production supply area. This is the one important master entity. If you have the raw material managed warehouse, which is used to complete your finished good into production plant. Clear? Okay. As I told you, this SAP has provided some tools to upload your initial stock transfer from the whatever the stock you have into the bin already in the warehouse, that has to be convert into the EWM so system. So this is the something tool SAP has provided, using which you will just upload this stock into that particular storage type which was SAP has sorry, whichever the storage type which is available into the warehouse. So to do the uploading of the initial stock, this is the transaction code SAP has provided, using which we can do the stock upload. There are some templates available. You can go through that template. SAP has provided some templates, standard templates in such a manner only that stock has to be updated into that Excel file. Then only it will just upload the stock into that respective storage bin, storage type, or whatever the settings we are going to do for that products. Yeah. Okay. So now you can see uh, uh, data transfer between ECC and EWM. Okay, as I told you initially, there are two different techniques SAP has used to transfer data between EWM and the ERP. Yeah, so if you have the decentralized warehouse and the version is the older one, in that case, SAP has provided the core interfaces that is called SIP, in which using you will transfer your all master data, whatever it is there, like customer master, vendor master, plant, location, supply chain, shipping point. That to SAP has given the some core interfaces and some standard transactions to transfer that master data into the EWM system. Okay, and all the data which is a transactional data. So SAP has used the business add-ins, standard business add-ins through the QRFCs. It will be used to transfer your delivery related data or posting change material documents related data, whatever you do, the or quality related data, all transaction data will be done through the business add-ins and QRFCs. Yeah, we'll see this very much detail level in the technicals, how this is getting transferred. Yeah, this is something location master related data, how it is going to be transferred. It is shown here. Uh, Now you can see this is the some standard transaction code SAP has provided. That is called ACI SIP1 CFM1 CFM2 CFM3. These are the some standard transaction code using the logical transaction and APO application. You will on this is the distribution module which is created. So your SAP has used this transaction code and whatever you ticked here, yeah, so based on that, that particular data will be sent to the EWM system. This logic based on the logical system and that all. So similarly, you'll have this transaction code. I don't know whether this transaction code is available in the system. Yeah, yeah, it is there. You can see here, but this is not something it's can be used because this is embedded server. This is a encapsulated in the latest version. Yeah, because master data is already available in the same box, so there is no point of transferring that master data into the again EWM server, right? So that SAP has already said given the functionality with the latest version from 1809, sorry 1909 version, and with the being embedded S4HANA system, the SIP is no more in used. Yeah, all the master data which were there in the system, we can use as it is into the EWM also. So if we have the decentralized, in that case, this will be the SIP transaction codes will be used, and based on whatever you select here, plant on that all, whatever the things you are going to maintain it here, that all will be get transferred to the EWM system. So these are the all even see here, customer, shipments, shipping points, work centers. These are the all options SAP has provided to in this SIP transaction. Here you can transfer this to the your particular EWM system. The one approach, you can see purchasing group, vendor, accounting group. This all is can be transferred using this SIP transaction code. Yeah. Once it you just transfer it, you have to activate it. That distribution activate the integration model or deactivate. You have that option available here. Okay, so we'll see this next topic, that is a detail level of data transfer between ECC and EWM and what are the basic settings we have to do it. That we'll go through it. But if anyone has any doubt query till here, it's free to ask.
Hey, Rohan, just a quick question. I know you said that we will discuss on this data transfer in detail,
Hmm.
but in decentralized system, right? Just for one of our project requirements, I have a quick question. Like, what
Mhm.
is the baddie that is used for data for transaction data, right, from ECC to EWM? So, what
Mhm.
is the baddie that we have to look at?
Okay, you'll have the standard function modules. We'll see here. I will show you that. And the body is also you have the map in and map out body something. Okay,
Correct, correct.
SAW.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Something that's similar to CRM. Yeah.
yeah, if you are going to the map in, that is map in body is used inside the your inbound related inbound delivery related function modules, and
Mm.
whenever you get the inbound deliveries into the EWM system, that map in body will be used, and for the map out for the outbound delivery. So these are the two bodies mainly used to do the mapping of
Mm, mm,
fields
mm.
of the ECC and the EWM system. Yeah.
Any custom fields, right? Like,
Yes, yes. Custom fields
okay.
or any data filtration,
Correct,
validations
correct,
before the
correct. Got it, got it.
delivery comes to the
Mm,
EWM, that all the things. Or even in the mapping, you can also have the customizations to create the some additional things into the EWM system, like something you want to create the handling unit number related settings has to be set up immediately in the mapping itself.
mm-hmm.
That also the possible there, right?
Okay,
So
okay,
any customization will be done in that mapping and map out baddies.
okay.
Okay, so this is the topic. Let's start with. Hope guys we will continue till 9:30. It should be fine, right? Let's see how much time we'll get it. We'll cover this topic and initially something on the inbound process. Should be fine or
So it's
what?
okay for me. Others,
For me, okay.
Yeah, okay, Rohit.
Okay, yeah. Thank you everyone. So this is the topic. Let's see into the details. As I already explained some basics of this, how the data transfer happens through the SIP and through the BIDs and QRFCs. Yeah, and this is a disclaimer. Okay, now you can see here the agenda of this one: ERP integration concept and overview, and then what is the SIP basic steps for the master data, what is the QRFCs and QRFC basic steps for the deliveries, and maintain ERP configurations for the integrations. Yeah. So you can see here the general concept in the interface with the QRFC's technology is used to get the transfer the mainly like my transactional data into the EWM and ERP system, and also will you can see here for master data uh, the core interfaces are used if you have the decentralized, and if you don't have the decentralized, then SAP has made this out of scope, because you can use already your existing master data as it is into the same box. Okay, now you can see here how the data master data is transferred as I shown you in the transaction code. The plant data shipping whatever the master data will be sent through the core interfaces. That is, you can see here in ERP all this data is nothing but your location and business partners. It is considered as a business partner, mostly shipping, plant, vendor, customer, that all will be considered as a business partner. Only the role of that business partner will be different. Okay, then through the same again master data, product master data also will be sent through the SIP. Now if you see the transactional data, you can see here inbound delivery documents and outbound delivery documents, or any posting change document uh, uh, that will be communicated through in between system through the QRFCs. Yeah, and QRFCs standard function modules SAP has provided for each of these things that we'll see into the details going forward. You can see here, so this is some basic step for the master data. We can exchange and synchronization we can do between the ERP and EWM system for uh, the we can say this SIP also is nothing but something called as QRFCs again, right? Because we are just creating distribution modules and the calling the again some standard function modules which SAP has created for this SIP interfaces, and using that it will be transfer to the EWM system if you have the decentralized server system available. Okay. Then you can also schedule the or run the job to do the automatic master data transfer as soon as it is created into EWM system. For these interfaces, we can schedule the job for against these interfaces for to so it will get the synchronously updated into EWM system. Yeah, and this is the one of the reason SAP has come up with this embedded and decentralized, because the synchronization of the data was not having that much this flexibility available into the decentralized server. So that's the reason the SAP has come up with the embedded and server embedded and use the same master data as it is whatever it is there into the in the one box. You can see these are the some basic transaction codes which will be used to do the your SIP transfer the master data. CFM1 to create the integration module, then CFM2 to activate that integration manually, and CFM3 activate and do the background processing of that one. Then CFM for the to see selection and display of the integration module. Integration module is nothing but one application instance will be created for that bunch of the your processes which you are going to maintain into your that SIP transaction. Yeah. So here you can see modify, delete, log this, and this is something SMQ. All you might be aware about these last two transaction codes. So again, we see that this SIP also use the QRFCs background and it will send the queues to the ERP system. So this is something as soon as you create the anything modules, anything here and that it's triggered, it will create the queue, and through this queue will have the prefix CIF, and it will be transferred or received from the EWM system. Yeah. Try to go through these transaction codes, guys. If you have the decentralized managed warehouse, you might have something to do with this one. So please check that from your end. You can also have, you can see EWM book SIP test content. This object is already SAP provided. For each of these transaction or for each of these things, SAP already given the example of what we say instance or objects to do the testing. Yeah, so you can use something to this one how it is there. And I don't think so I should explain this all. You people are might be already aware about this, what is this QRFCs and that at all, right? Yeah,
Yes,
now you
sir.
can see. Yeah, now you can see this QRFCs. You can see the these settings has to be done when we need to get the your deliveries from the EWM system, or we need to send the updates back to the EWM system. There are some basic settings, the queues registration, and that all has to be done by the basis people. Will not do it, but in case if you see there is a no updates happening into the inbound delivery. Suppose inbound delivery sent from EWM system to the EWM, sorry, from ECC system to the EWM system. But when you check in the EWM system, there is no inbound delivery is getting created, or you cannot see that one. Then you have to see the outbound queues of the ECC system, whether is there any outbound queue stuck for that uh, inbound with that inbound delivery number range, or you have to see in the EWM system whether any inbound queue is created for that. Yeah. So this is the something T codes we will use SMQ2 and SMQ1 to track the updates if it is something is not updating into the inbound deliveries. So that queues will have something delivery number either, or it will have the your um, uh, material document number. Either of these two only will be there to tag the delivery into the queues. Yeah. If inbound delivery in the inbound delivery sorry, in the EWM system, you will have the separate inbound delivery number. With that you have to track, and in ECC you will have another inbound delivery number. With that you have to track. So that I will show you in further how while we see the inbound processing, inbound process flow, in that I will show you how we'll track that one. Yeah, you can see this is the main mechanism to communicate between the ERP and EWM. So for deliveries, this QRFCs is the same one. And when inbound delivery or outbound delivery created in EWM system, you can see this. It's going to check with your plant and storage location or delivery types. So whichever is number we have assigned for the warehouse numbers. And then also it will check this QRFCs, these checkings for the warehouse managed EWM or not, right? To because ERP will trigger based on the settings which we do in the ERP, right? To whether that storage location, whatever the storage location you create the inbound delivery or outbound delivery. For that, if that storage location is mapped to the VW managed storage location and warehouse, and based on that setting, system will distribute your inbound delivery to the EWM system. Yeah. Now you can see here, these are the something inbound deliveries and function modules which SAP has provided. You can see here for inbound creation or the inbound delivery, you can see here. This is the function module INB, DLV, save replica. Okay, inside this function module the custom bodies SAP has provided, but this is the main function module will be used to create the inbound delivery in EWM. Even with the latest version, this is the same function module SAP is using. Yeah, this is the most important function module you have to see for this if something you need to debug. Yeah, you can start with this function module. Okay, this will be in the EWM system. Now you can see send goods receipt to the EWM. Okay, in the system, this is something, this function module will be used to confirm your goods receipt to the EWM. This will be used now this is to, as I was saying you, to do the posting change, like as soon as your stock is received on the GR zone, right? That means that has to be updated in the ERP system, that stock is received in the received on dock storage location, because we are creating the two storage location, right, to EWM managed storage plants. So as soon as we do the GR, the status will be posting change document will be sent to the ERP system, and that stock and quantity will be updated into the received on dock storage location. So this is the function module will be used. Okay, sending the this sending the what we say sorry mm, posting change status to the ERP system. Yeah.
So, Rohit, I'm just trying to understand this flow. So
Mm.
when it says inbound, right? So
Mm.
does it mean from ECC to EWM? So because
No,
create inbound
this
delivery,
is something, this is something from EWM to the ERP.
the first one is from
And
EWM to ERP.
first one is from the EWM to the ERP. Sorry,
Okay,
from the
but
ERP to the EWM.
yeah, okay,
Yeah, from ERP to the EWM.
okay,
This is from the EWM to the ERP. This is also from EWM to the ERP.
okay,
And
okay,
this the same one again.
okay,
Hmm? Yeah. So this status, based on this statuses only ERP team, because they are the owner, right? As I explaining from starting, they are the owner. Based on these statuses only, they will see, boss, where is my stock now? Because they will not have the visibility of the warehouse, and they will not have the access to warehouse monitor and EWM system access. Nothing. Based on this status and the material document, posting material document which they are going to receive, based on that, the planning team, ESD planning team or procurement team will get to know where their stock is lying into the warehouse. Yeah, now you can see here, this is something create outbound delivery again from the ERP system to the EWM system, and again goods issue will be sent from the EWM to the ERP system. So these are the some function modules. You can see out B DLV same function module, but here for inbound INB DLV. And if you see here, whatever you are receiving into the EWM, we start with the SCWM, and whatever you are sending from the EWM, it is SPE. Yeah, you can see this. So you can just keep remembering these naming clusters. Like something is going to be sent by the ERP from EWM to the ERP, will be start with this one. So you can just in SA37, you can just put the slash SPA star. You'll get to know what are the function modules it's used for the all the inbound, outbound, or internal update status updates to the ERP system from the EWM system. Yeah.
Is it inbound and outbound is same for the ERP?
Mm,
Last one and second one.
no, it might be different. Okay, this something by mistakenly they have entered. It should be I out B. It might be there. We need to check that. Yeah, it might be different. Let's check it. Slash. Delivery. Right. Hmm. Yeah, it is the same only. It will be used. Okay, it will be the same. Huh? There, it
Yeah,
might
okay.
have some indicators inside that. Yeah. Okay, so then you can see the how the documents gets flows from the ERP to EWM system. As soon as we create the inbound delivery with the warehouse request number will be replicated into the again EWM system through this all these function modules. If you do any changes, the again same changes also will come to the EWM system. But in this case, if you the it is EWM managed, you will do it here, and then it will transfer to there. Yeah. Then delivery split, if you have any delivery split options or anything, quantity adjustment into the delivery, that also will be done here, and then it will be automatically system will create it delivery into the we ERP system also. As soon as this based on the our delivery split which you are going to create in the EWM system. Yeah. Okay, so this actually yesterday I was as I have shown this already this right. So based on what the your inbound delivery will be sent to the EWM system, right? So you see this warehouse number which I have shown in and here EWM ERP with EWM managed options here, and then through the queues it should be distribute immediately. So this is the settings which we need to maintain if we need to uh, send the inbound delivery or outbound delivery back to the in ECC and EWM system. Okay, so these are the some additional settings we need to do. You can see here something distribution models. We need to create delivery for the inbound and outbound delivery. Then you need to also define the delivery types for each inbound or outbound delivery. So this is something very high level functionally things we can say that we no need to worry much. But yeah, which are the document delivery types and that all we are going to use into the EWM system will has to configure that. Yeah, and the mapping of the document types will be should be there. Now here if you see the mapping of the warehouses which I shown you, right? The ERP warehouse and the EWM warehouse mapping. And then if you see here, this is how distribution model will be created to send the inbound and outbound deliveries for the integrations, yeah? Through the distribution model only, all the data will be transferred between ECC and EWM system. Now you can see here how the purchase order is created, then inbound delivery created with or without ASN, and then it will transfer to the in the EWM system, and then EWM system will through the posting material document will be posted back to the ECC, and once we do the put away complete, then another posting documents will be sent back to the ECC system saying that stock will be now in the storage level, available for storage type level. Yeah, that will see into the inbound process. Yeah. So this is something setup steps in ERP we need to perform to create the QRFC in ERP naming that yesterday which I shown you, right? These are the settings which SAP basis team has to perform. Yeah, but you must know what are the setting it has to be done. So you can see this naming logical system to connect with the EWM system, then assign the clients to that one through which client it has to be, and which ACP releases, APO releases we should be use, destination, the setting the target systems and the queues types, the queue monitoring settings, parameters to transfer the data, the queues for the EWM system, which are the queues has to be defined in the ERP system. These are the some all the ERP settings which have to be the, done before you start the integration with the EWM system. Yeah. Then you can see here, this is a something steps in EWM we have to perform, which I shown you yesterday, right? Maintaining the business system group, assigning the logical system queues, defining the separate business system. For if you have the multiple ERP systems to be connected to one EWM, then defining the communication for the outbound and inbound, determination of the your RFC destination method calls from the S4HANA to the EWM, and you have to have the activate some business configuration sets, okay, BC sets. If you going to use the EWM system, SAP has provided some standard business sets in which already uh, you will have the what we say settings. SAP has provided something like inbound processes and that all configurations in that business setups. SAP has provided it. If you activate that, all that related processes will be automatically activated into the EWM system. So some prerequisite business sets SAP has provided, so that we have to activate it. Okay, so let's do some knowledge check on this. Like what is the link between ECC and EWM system? Any idea how it is linked?
SIF and QRFC.
Sorry.
SIF and QRFC.
Yes, true. Then which has the most controlling parameter in the warehouse?
Warehouse number.
Yeah, warehouse number, and if you have the uh,
Storage.
storage, yeah, storage types and that. Any change in the material master in ECC immediately transfer to EWM. Is it true or false?
True.
Yeah, and how it will be done?
To specification. Specification. I'm tracking some.
Okay, so it is not true, it is false, because if you have the background jobs executed setups, okay, then as soon as the background job is triggered, then only that master data will be transferred to the EWM. Yeah, and with the embedded one, it is true. With the decentralized, it is false. Yeah, so it depends on the your
So Rohit,
Hmm.
so in case of embedded, master data transmission happens automatically, but whereas for transactional data, we'll have to, uh, yesterday I was showing you have to define some dummy system, right? You
Dummy
have to do
logical
these
system.
configurations,
Yes,
correct?
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In case of your embedded one, in that case, will not do any master data transfer, nothing. We'll use as it is, whatever it is there in the system. There is nothing, yeah, because it is in the
Mm.
same box. But to differentiate your EWM and the S4HANA system for the transactional, we have to have some logical, dummy logical system, and logical, what we say, that dummy logical system and business system will be created. Yeah, using that
So,
the yes.
so whenever you're doing any master data changes, we need to run the background job. I mean, that will be run in the recurringly.
Yeah, if you have
It
to
will not.
decentralize, it will be the functional team has to schedule the background job, or they have to inform to the patients to schedule the background job for this whatever the time they are going to, based on the business requirement. So it has to be. Otherwise, this data will, or manually you can transfer it. That should be fine. You have option
But
both.
but but how does that work? Through distribution model, is it?
Yeah. Through distribution model, and again, as I said, in the CFM also, through the queues, it will be sent to the EWM system,
No, that's
right?
okay. But the question that I had was like, if you're changing any material, right? Like, is it based on the change pointers? Like, what are the materials changed? Only that will be sent, or
Okay, yeah, that that will be, it will system, the SIP transaction will calculate whatever the change pointers it's done for that particular product. Will mention the range of the product in the background job. Probably in this range, if the any product change, and a system will check whatever the product was changed, and it will just send that all the bulk of the products to back to the EWM system. So ranges, you based on your whatever the ranges you are going to maintain into that job, right? In
okay,
the selection screen, as I shown you in the SIP transaction. So based on
got
that, it will, yeah, it will be transfer. Okay. So any idea on this sequence of transfer data from ECC to EWM? What will be first transfer, or how it will be?
You mean like first master
ECC,
data, then transactional data?
yeah, master data.
Mm, yeah. Okay. And the QRFC is used to transfer master data, and CP is used to transfer the delivery data. Is that true or false?
It's the other way.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Hey, Rohit, a quick question.
Hmm.
You see, in one of the discussion you mentioned that you have the plant storage location to which you assign the warehouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
And based on that, the documents will get distributed from your ERP to EWM.
Mm-hmm.
If there are, there might be multiple delivery types, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do we restrict, like, only few delivery type? If I want only few delivery types to get replicated, how do I restrict that?
Uh,
For example, say a delivery type Z, ABC, and then C, Z, D, F.
uh-huh.
Both can have the same plant and storage location. But say I want to replicate only Z, ABC to EWM. How do I restrict that?
No, in the standard we don't have option. Then you have to do the customization. Yeah, because the mapping will be done through your uh, what we say, that is storage location level. It's not your storage type level. Sorry, document type level.
Okay, so if
But
any plant or storage,
I didn't get this point, because how you will have the business requirement, such a requirement that the
no,
different delivery.
say for example, some returns or scrapping, which they don't want to put it in their warehouse, right?
Mhm. But for that
They,
return and scrapping, you'll have the different delivery type and the
mm,
different storage type. It will not have the same storage type. Return and scrapping, you'll have the different storage type. You'll not have the
mm,
same
mm,
storage type, right?
okay.
Because as I
Mm,
shown
mm,
you that you'll have the different storage type for scrapping return.
mm, 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 mm.
So if
Okay,
you, yeah, and that will be your IM managed storage location.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. So this was the for. You want me to start with the inbound flow, because this will take some time? I don't think so. Within 20 minutes, we will be able to cover this. This is the lengthier one. I think, should we continue by tomorrow?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm?
I think, yeah, we can do it tomorrow.
Yeah, because in the one should have the fresh mind to digest this one. This is important process flows. You
Correct.
must know. Yeah. Okay. So.
And one quick question. So if
Mm,
there are any issues during master data for transaction data, if there is any issue, we can go and debug the queue. For
mm.
master data also, like we go and debug the queue, or your SIF will give all the
Log it
uh,
will give. It will
it
give the
give you the
log.
log.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You'll have the log where what it is went wrong and why it is not transfer. Even your transactional data also, you'll have some logs available in SLG1. You'll have the log also available there. But
Oh,
that
even
log,
for okay.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
even for transactional also, but you have to activate that logs. SAP has
Logs.
provided
Mm,
some,
mm,
yeah, you have
mm,
to
mm,
activate
mm.
those logs and then see what are the logs SAP. I mean, so if there is failed, you'll get that logs there into SLG1 system. Also in the queue, you'll get the log, right? But you'll not get in the detail in the
Yeah, yeah,
queue.
we have to debug. Yeah.
Yeah. But in the for that log, you'll have, if you need to just activate the logs.
Yeah, but in general, activating log and capturing a log messages puts a performance impact on the system, right?
Yes, but this is something in the quality
Mm,
and the development system you should put it, because you'll get it will save the some time. But in production also, if you get
mm,
the such
mm.
error and it is debugging, might take some more time, right? So
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
temporarily activate that log for the some 1 hour, 2 hours, and then again deactivate it once you
Okay.
identify the error. So these
Mm,
options are available there. Hmm?
okay.
Yeah. And also I will tell you,
Mhm.
give you the what are the breakpoints SAP has provided in EWM. Okay, so you just activate those breakpoints and execute your processes. The wherever these breakpoints get triggered in that whole process, suppose inbound, in RA, or whatever, SAP has given some standard breakpoints in which it will trigger only if you process that particular, if you go process that particular process flow. So that SAP also provided. So that I will give one
So
idea in
you
the
mean to
debug
say
issues.
without deregistering the queue, we can debug?
Yeah, yeah, you'll have that option also.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Any
Mukesh,
doubts? Any? Yeah.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to ask your questions in the comment section below, and we will reply to them at the earliest.